Hi everyone. This question is about retirement in the Philippines. What should I consider, and can you give me places where I can retire, and what can I do after retirement? That was the question of the person who wanted to retire in the Philippines. First of all, thank you for choosing the Philippines to retire. Oh, I want to retire there too if I have $1 million. Duh. Anyway, yeah, I have to work like I don't want to think about it. Anyway, um, the things that you have to consider when you're choosing a place to retire in the Philippines. First of all, I want to know your age. You didn't mention that. And second, if you have a special, if you needed like to be near the hospital like that, or you need some medications, and or you are a disabled person. And then next one, if you prefer quiet places or accessible places. So things to consider. First of all, your place. Yeah, number one probably that I would like you to consider when you choose a place is safety. I know that Philippines is on a transition. I hope it will be successful of becoming a safe country. Safety is very important, especially for a foreigner, because some Filipinos still have this mentality that foreigners have a lot of money. So probably even if you're on a budget, they would still think that you have a lot of money. So yeah, just to avoid some of these things happening. And of course, uh, if you are gonna be living with a Filipina, it's also good that both of you are safe, right? Next one, services. Yes, this one is something that some people are not are looking, over. They're forgetting that services are important. Uh, which means, mm, are the hospitals near? Is there an accessible, transportation to the place where you're gonna go? And then, like, can I buy medicines easily, like that? So I think those are very important, and yeah, uh, I just think they are important. The next one, weather. I know you're gonna tell me, Mira, it's always summer in the Philippines. No, if you're a person who loves to feel the sun, of course you can stay in like the beach or anywhere. But if you wanna feel a little bit, cool, you can stay like in Baguio, like that. It's a little bit cooler than other places in the Philippines. So I would recommend that. Next one, you have to consider the person that you are living with. What if she prefers to be near her family? Although I really won't recommend it that much. No comment. And then, cost of living, it depends on your budget. So, for example, you want to stay in a city, let's say Makati or Malate, something like that. Of course, you have need to have a certain budget for that because it's a little bit more expensive than other areas. So yeah, you also have to consider that. Next one is business. It depends on you if you want to do a business or you just want to do a plain retirement. So, which are my, one, two, three, one, two, three, four. I actually have five places. I'm recommending them because I've been here. But of course, there are other places that are very, that can, that, you can go and uh, can be recommended by other YouTubers. And I think because they have been there, they can say much about it. So one place would be Baguio. What are the good things about pros in staying in Baguio? Well, first of all, the weather, it's not too hot. Second, there are many fresh vegetables. If you love vegetables, fruits, strawberries, you can find it in Baguio. And things are very accessible here, so you don't really have a lot of problem there. And there are a lot of nice sceneries, so it's really peaceful. Next one is Subic, La Union, or Zambales. They're actually almost near each other. If you're gonna compare them, Subic is just more expensive, and then next one is no, the most expensive is Subic, and then Zambales. Then next second from it is Zambales, and then La Union. It is because it's going further and further from Subic. So here, if you want to enjoy the beach like that, and then at the same time you want to make friends with your fellow expats, no man is an island, so I think it's okay. And the next one, of course, Angeles City or Manila. This is if you like nightlife or to be in the middle, and then you can just fly to the beach anytime you want or drive to the beach. I heard it's only 40 minutes now to Subic, so not a bad idea, right? And of course, the nightlife is here, and then hospitals are closer, although some foreigners complain that the hospitals are not that good, so at least it's more accessible. Next one, this is quite popular for others. They said Davao. I'm not really so sure, but they said it's safe. But I cannot really attest to that. Next one, I really like this place personally, Puerto Princesa. It is near the beach. I think it's a really good place and still cheap. The transportation, not more than 50 pesos, like that. And the food is good. So I think if you're into really like retiring into a beach like that, it's a good place. And it's very clean as well. Now, what can you do after, let's say there are some foreigners who really get bored, especially if they don't have company, or even if they have their girlfriend. Of course, they cannot just stare at each other. Here's what you can do to earn extra money or something like that. Of course, you can also do this. You can do YouTube videos or blog about your life. Next one, you can do homestay business. Homestay business is really popular for Koreans. And your plus, you can negotiate with a Korean to offer your place as a homestay, and you guys can negotiate on how much you would get, especially you're a foreigner. Many Koreans really look up to foreigners, especially when they're trying to learn English. So it can be a good idea. You can earn, if you have a direct contact in Korea, you can earn at least $1,000 per person staying in your house, and then you can provide a teacher and then food and then something like that. But I'm sure per person, I have seen a lot of homestay businesses where two people share in one bedroom. So that is already $2,000. But of course, you need connections, and you have to pay if they need teachers like that. Next one, call centers. Call center, if you're in the city, you can work for call centers. Of course, it's not really a big pay, but if you have a good background, you can, yeah, get a good position and just to use your time so you wouldn't get bored. Next one, you can own a pub, especially near the beach. I think it's a good idea where, foreigners can stay and enjoy. Or you can do Airbnb if you don't want to have the hassle of having someone in your house every day. You can do Airbnb. I think it's a good idea as well. And at the same time, yeah, you can earn and sustain, extra money. Next one is you can become a tour guide. Many Koreans that I know who came to Philippines and then they heard how much tour guide earns, they end up becoming tour guides in the Philippines. I had a student before. He stayed in the Philippines for 2 years, and then his part time was, he was a tour guide. I was teaching him English. Too bad he didn't study Tagalog. Anyway, he earned like he told me 4 million in 2 years. God, if I can speak in Korean or Japanese, I'm gonna study. Anyway, but nowadays there are too many tour guides, especially for Koreans. So next one, you can also invest in some real estates if you want, and of course, food businesses. So aside from that, you can also blog like me or something like that. Another thing that you can do, of course, you can ask your girlfriend what kind of business does she want. Just a reminder, I don't think you have to, if you want to invest in their family business like hog racing, sari stores, such thing like that, I'm not really gonna recommend that because sometimes there's a low return and sometimes you wouldn't even get the profit because it's gonna go to her family sometimes, okay? Sometimes. So if you want to do it together, just do it together. So aside from that, that's my only advice, the things that you can consider, where you can take your retirement, and what you can do after retirement. So I hope that helps. And I was supposed to say something. Anyway, thank you again. Um, I'm gonna make my next video.